Well, good morning and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have from, well, I don't know the exact straight bourbon whiskey, but the company founded in 1830, Bellows, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey from William Bellows. But really, it's bottled in Missouri by Luxco. Luxco owns the brand, which they purchased from Beam Suntory about 2015, 4 years ago. We have Old Crow, Dr. James Crow's Old Crow Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, the original sour mash, introduced in 1835. I checked the trademark. Yep, 1835. It said it's when the trademark was first used in commerce. There's the Old Crow representing Dr. James Crow, Irish immigrant. The current version is only 80 proof and aged 3 years. It used to be aged at least 4 years, and it was 86 proof. The Old Crow distilling company was purchased by the Beam Company in 1987. Some people say, I've never seen any definitive evidence, seems plausible that it's just a younger Jim Beam, that it's a 3-year age Jim Beam. I don't know. I've heard people say it. I've asked them, how can you prove that? I mean, where's the verification? And they seem to become testy when I ask that. Everybody knows that. I was like, that's not citing a source. Okay, but anyway, enough of that. You know what I'll say about those kind of things. I've had people say, don't you think Old Crow's worse now than 30 years ago? Well, I don't know. I never tried it 30 years ago. I tried it 3 years ago. I don't know. It tastes fine to me in its current format. Okay. I don't know if Jack Daniels was better when it was 90 proof in the 80s. I never had Jack Daniels in the 80s. I never had that till like 3 or 4 years ago. So I can't comment to things I haven't experienced. Like the common question is, do I find that Budweiser has been watered down? I have not noticed any difference since I started drinking beer in February 1996. My friend David claims Budweiser is more watery than it was in the early 80s. I can assure you I wasn't drinking Budweiser when I was 12, 13, 14 years old. Or even 15 to 26 years old. I didn't drink any beer until I was 27 years old. I mean, aside from a few little incidences of drinking beer, which are relatively minor and insignificant. Except for the Miller Lite tasting in 86. That was significant because it actually delayed me for 10 years. But that was just a misunderstanding. It's too bad. Well, they didn't have internet really, and they had it, but it was rudimentary. And they didn't have to do videos in 1986. But anyway. So the appearance on these, didn't think I had poured enough Old Crow. They don't even have Old Crow listed on the website anymore. I mean, Beam Suntory has cut way back. They must have followed Sazerac's lead, because I noticed earlier this year they revamped their website, and a lot of the brands were just cut out of the website. There's enough for one more taste challenge, I suppose. And like Old Crow Reserve, the 6-year age black label. You're not gonna find it on their website. They don't even have a PDF file anymore, a listing of their products. Beams 8-star, no. Kessler, no. It goes on and on and on. They're probably showing you on their website maybe 25% of what they actually make. And I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. I don't know why you would want to not show everything. But none of them do it. Even Sazerac doesn't show everything. But they show a lot more than Beam Suntory. Well, not on the Sazerac website, they don't, but they have links to other ones like greatbourbons.com, buffalotrace.distilling.com, Barton Distillery. So you can go to those back channels and get a good rundown of their, straight bourbons at least. The blended is Very difficult to find it, but I mean, I'm not worried about it. I'm tired of fooling with these companies that can't figure out how they want to run a website that's adequate. Well, one thing we'll notice is that the Bellows is golden, amber, and it's clear. All right. The Old Crow is a little darker amber and it's hazy. You say, oh, that's a hazy IPA, right? Yeah. What's up with the haze? I was saying that a couple of years ago when I first opened this bottle. Like, why is it cloudy? Right? You say, well, that's sour mash. Is it? I don't know. That could be the case. I didn't know that they would be so cloudy. It's like something settled to the bottom of the bottle, and the lower I get in the bottle, because it just sits there on the shelf, settling. It's like something settled, like solids. Strange, eh? If you have an explanation, let me know. I'm not saying you got to cite a source. Just you might say, well, I think it's this or that. I just get a kick out of it when people make these definitive statements. What is that? When what they should be saying is it could be that, or I heard it said such and such. Oh well. I have to close my eyes because the appearance is too divergent. I mean, that cloudiness, that haziness is going to tip me off. Now, do I think I'll be able to tell them apart? Maybe. The Old Crow's younger, so that could make a difference, but only a year. And the Old Crow was $8.99 for the bottle. I think the price went up a little bit around here. It might be $9.99 now, or even $10.99, which that's getting a little questionable. The Bellows was unusually cheap. I bought it at Savannah discount for $5.99. That is, believe me, announcement, alert, alert, alert. That is not the normal price. Do not expect to go to a liquor store anywhere in your state and see a quart. I'll get it right. What's that word? A liter. Do not expect to go to a liquor store anywhere near you or far from you and get a liter of Bellows Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey for $5.99. Okay, that's just not going to happen. I was shocked that it happened. It sounds like a lie, right? Like you might be saying you're just lying to make people jealous that you got it so cheap. I'm not lying. That's the truth. I'm as shocked as you are, but I was happy because I had my hand on the bottle, and then I handed it to the man, and he scanned it, and I said, "I'll take it right now." Now, whether it was good or not, I didn't know, but I figured it probably wouldn't be bad. It's certainly not bad. It's actually good, just ordinary. But a lot of higher priced bourbons that I've drunk are ordinary. Not bad. Just not. I mean, I'll sip on them and I'll say, well, why would you pay $30 for this? That old story. This is very pungent in the nose, and it's full in the nose, and it even smells like gritty in the nose. Like, you know how when you pour the cereal out, it could be corn flakes or some kind of corn flour cereal, corn, like Kix or whatever, King Vitamin maybe, and it'll be that grit at the bottom, and then it mixes in with the liquid, the milk, and so this is kind of like that smell. It's like a strong cereal grain nose, and some charred wood and and maybe some sourdough bagel. That's how I equate sour mash bourbon. It's like a sourdough bagel type exactification and all in it. All right. Now this one is much less full in the nose. Oh yes. This will take you back to the land that our grandchildren knew. Come take my hand. All right. This is like wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Just a moment. Just a moment. That antenna is going to fail within the next 72 hours. That's an absolute certainty. I mean, I'm smelling a little whiskey candy corn, but there's like a sourdough bagel here. So I don't know. This has got me quite confused, dazed and confused. So long it ain't true. I mean, I got to taste it. I got to taste it. All right. Charred oak, not too prominent. Candy corn, not too strong. Sourdough bagel, perhaps. Cornbread, certainly. Corn, 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 corn. Oh. Darling. You know I'll never do you no harm. All right, well, believe me when I tell you that this has got more charred oak than the other one. Nah. Okay. Still, it's perplexing. It's kind of hard. Now that one has a stronger nose. This one has a stronger taste. That one has a stronger nose. This one has a stronger taste. So you could try that, or you could drink that, or you could drink both. Even if you didn't, wouldn't even matter because of the other thing. All right. Sorry about your little problem up there, fellas. Done some cross-checking with our other HAL 9000 computer. We've determined that it is an error in your unit. I know this sounds incredible, but this is what our data shows. So it's too bad that you're stuck out there in space and your whole ship's functions rely on a computer and it's broken, but better you than me. All right, anyway, that is in fact what happened, Dr. Floyd. I'm sorry, I'm not at liberty to discuss this. All right, but there is charred wood over here. But but I think what's giving it away is there's an underlying like texture in the mouth, like almost like a gruel, like a cereal bowl with the milk residue coagulation thing. I mean, it's not profound, it's not deep, but it's there. Oh yeah, which one tastes better? Oh, the one that's cheaper. Ha 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 ha. No, but really, $5.99 for a liter and $8.99 or higher for a 750. I'm gonna let you take that guess. But you know, I mean, if one tasted way worse than the other, you would have to go with the better price. You know, the higher price. But am I finding a real difference in the flavor and enjoyment and the international enjoyment units? You know, even whiskey can have IEUs, international enjoyment units. Good, 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 good. Like the charred oak, like the charred oak, like the charred oak. Very nice flavor. Mighty fine. Oh, mighty fine. I wouldn't drink whiskey at 5:40 in the morning. I have some kind of standards. I'm just tasting it. But let's, in theory, hypothetically, if I was going to do such an outrageous thing, that would be a good one. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. But this would be good too. That one has a little stronger charred oak presentation. It's a little bit better. Tell Nicky he's got to do things a little better. Okay. I'll tell him, Remo. Okay. So I'm going to say this is the Old Crow, and I think it's a little bit better. It's no big deal. Either way the cut goes, I think you'd be happy. But I would pick the Old Crow. Now, I don't know if I'd pay extra. I don't know if I'd pay extra, but I might. I don't know. I don't know. But there's no great disparity here. Maybe you wouldn't even detect the differences. You probably would, though, if you did a blind thing and you thought about it. Don't just drink on it. Drink through it. You know what I mean? Think on it as you drink on it is what I like to say. Think on it as you drink on it. Like Stevie Nicks said in The Blue Lamp, 1981. Don't listen to her, listen through her. That's pretty good, huh? You write a song about a blue lamp your mama gave you for Christmas, and you get it on the soundtrack for the movie Heavy Metal. People write songs about strange things, and it gets popular. That was like her hardest song, like her heaviest song. Some people say her best song. All right. A song about a Christmas gift. All right. Anyway. So let's see. This should not say B. If this says B, I'm going to be so angry, I'm going to tear a tissue and stomp a grape. Oh, I got it right. Ah, ha, ha. That started with an O. And I know O goes with Old Crow. And I know B goes with Bellows. And B is for brother. And B is for bubblegum. And B is for brother who bought me some. All right. Ball Golly says, Ron, thanks for the review. Also, if you have not done it, please try Ezra Brooks 90 proof bourbon. I would like to try Ezra Brooks 90, and I saw it at Walmart just this past week. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And the regular Ezra Brooks. And I saw it at Albertsons. Maybe it was Albertsons I saw, because Walmart has all these variants of Old Forester. Talking about old. They got 7 different varieties of Old Forester right there at Walmart. I'd like to try Ezra Brooks. But if you saw this backstock, you'd understand why. It's going to be a long, long time before I ever try it. Oh, this backstock. Oh, this stinking backstock. And I got to drink through all of it just to get to the end of it. You know what I mean? Okay. Old Crow wins on taste. Not by much. Is it $5 a bottle better? No. Maybe $2 a bottle better. We're talking about very minor and almost insignificant quality differences. And that could just be me personally. Every scale wise guy out here will take a piece of you. Okay, so I don't know. It's, I guess in a practical sense, sort of like a tie. You know what I mean? A tie. I wouldn't sweat it. And you might be laughing, saying, who in the world's going to sweat Bellows versus Old Crow anyway. Good point. But what's coming up next in 2 days? Oh, well, since you insisted on me telling you, Bellows is going to close it out with Blanton's. You say Blanton's? Yeah, boy, Blanton's. No age statement, single barrel whiskey, full metal jacket. That's coming online to battle Bellows. And if I'm paying $60 a bottle for Blanton's, which I didn't pay anything because someone gave it to me, thank you, Sonya. What a gift, what a gift, what a gift. Versus a unusually low price $5.99 liter bottle of bourbon. If Blanton's doesn't destroy that, that is an indictment against Blanton's. You hear what I'm saying? Because Blanton should destroy that. That should not be a contest. This should not be a taste challenge. It should be a laugh riot, a joke. You know what I'm saying? This should be a calamity of comparison and contrast. But we're going to still play it straight, and we're going to see what happens. My prediction is that Blanton's will win going away in style. I mean, I'll be able to tell them apart, let's be honest, because Blanton's is 93 proof, right? Isn't it that? And this is only 80. So just on the alcohol level, I'm going to know. But we talking $60 a bottle. And some people say it's higher than that. And they're telling like $70. No way, Jose, I would pay $70 for no hopped up Buffalo Trace. Oh, I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say it was a hopped up Buffalo Trace. I'm like Colonel Kurtz, you know, sometimes he goes too far, you know. You'd be the first one to admit it. Man's going crazy. Wrong. If you could have heard the man just 2 days ago, if you could have heard him, man. All right, Maxwell. Hi, Ron. Hi, Maxwell. 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 All right. The man's a poet warrior in the classic sense. He's a poet warrior in the classic sense. All right. The man's enlarged my mind. All right. Anyway, so tell you one thing, man, this boat is a mess. All right. I'm out of here, and see you in 2 days. 2 days. And could there be a thundering Thursday? Could that happen? I don't know. You never know what could happen on the internet. All right. Thanks for watching this production of Video Integrity. And it's a draw, really. It's a draw. When price is considered, it's really your pick. It's like they say on the latest line, pick 'em.